So I want to talk to you about the cost of waiting, right? We did this video 6 months ago and we gave a whole scenario, but I want to update you on what's been happening in the market now. So I'm Albert Pavon with the Pavon team, and I want to go over really quick what we talked about 6 months ago, right? I gave a scenario in the current state of the market because everybody is telling me, hey, the market's going to come down, the foreclosures are going to flood the market. You know, I do know a lot of people did get behind on their payments, but what people don't realize is how much equity those people still had in their homes. So unfortunately, if they did lose their job, the banks are finding ways to refinance, help them out, keep them from going into distress. But the ones that are becoming foreclosures, you know, those are being gobbled up by big hedge funds and things like that. But this video is not about that. This video is about the cost of waiting. The scenario that I gave 6 months ago, I said, hey, if a house cost you $625,000 and you were to put 20% down, in that video I mentioned, you don't have to put 20% down. There's plenty of loan programs that don't require 20% down. But to do simple math, I used 20% down at a 2.75% interest rate. If we did that, right, the principal and interest, not calculating taxes, not calculating insurance, your principal and interest would have been $2,041 with 21 cents. And then I said, hey, if the prices did go down by 100,000, right? Let's just say, hey, it's coming down. Look at how prices, how they're going doom and gloom. I said, if at 525,000, the same house, same scenario, with 20% down, with an interest rate at 5.5%, now the new principal and interest would have been $2,654 with 69 cents. Not 59, 69, it's an extra 10 cents. But just for waiting for prices to come down, you would have paid $613. Now I understand you guys are good at math and you guys could have done this, but I want to bring you up to speed. What's happening today, right? As everybody, well, I don't want to say everybody, as the news continues to sell fear and telling you that home prices are coming down, maybe on a national level, I can't speak for other states or other cities, but I can speak to you what's happening here in our region, looking at Palm Beach County, and tell you what we've seen is a lot of markets, right, because not every market's the same, is actually seeing a 3 to 6% increase in price, right? So we haven't gone down that 14 to 20% that I kept hearing. We've actually gone up 3 to 6% in different areas, in different markets, right? If you want something more specific to your house, let me know. Send me a message and I'll tell you what the percentage is, up or down. But I want to just tell you, if I'm looking overall, 3 to 6%. So I'm going to take this same scenario 6 months now ahead of where we're sitting. We're now August of 2023, but this is where somebody would be sitting if they waited 6 months to purchase their home. So 625, I'm just going to use 4%. Again, I want to keep it as simple as possible. So 625 times 4%, you're looking at another $25,000 in increase. And let's see here. So if I do 625, that's going to be 650. Okay, now let's talk about what's happening with the interest rate. Everybody has seen that the news keeps talking about the feds. They keep raising it and raising and raising it. I called my trusted lender and I asked them today, what would a rate go for if you had a 740 credit score or if you had a 780 credit score? So he goes, hey Albert, 740 is the new 680. He goes, that particular buyer would have a interest rate roughly about 7.5%, right? And if you had a 780 credit score, you would be about 7 1/8. So knowing, I've done prior videos on how to fix credit and stuff like that, or how to improve your credit. I want to use 7.5% for this scenario, right? This scenario 6 months ago was at 5.5. I need to do it with a 4% increase at 7.5%. All right. So let's do the math. All right. So now the house has gone up to 650. All right. with 20% down. Disclaimer, you don't need 20% down, right? When you put less than 20%, you have to pay what's called mortgage insurance. And mortgage insurance will be calculated depending on where your credit score is. We could do more videos on that later. But $650 with 20% down at a 7.5% interest rate, my trusted home calculator, your P&I, principal and interest, is now $3,635.92. Okay? Guys, I mean, I'm no mathematician, but it's almost $1,000 more per month as I see that people are on the sidelines waiting for prices to come down. And this video is not to scare you. This video is just to educate you. I want to give you the knowledge so that you make the right buying decisions. I want to give you the power so that you're able to do this on your own and see where you feel the most comfortable. And I've said it in the past. People always say, hey, I qualify for this amount of money. And I always say, but what do you feel comfortable paying monthly? Because that's what I really want to focus on. So I don't want to focus so much on the price. If you look, $650,000, 20% down at 7.5. If you were to buy this $650 house today, not including taxes and insurance, your monthly payment would be $3,635.92. So I tell you this, remember, marry the house, date your interest rate. If this house right now, if you understand how inventory works and how it creates a seller's market or a buyer's market, right? Meaning, if you look and you study the way history works, if you have 6 months worth of inventory, you have a very stable, normal market. Good for sellers, good for buyers. If you have less than 6 months, it is a seller's market. If you have more than 6 months, it's a buyer's market. When I was selling homes during the foreclosure era, we had over 19 months worth of inventory. Today, we have less than 2.6 months of inventory. If they can't fix, if the inventory market can't be fixed, then we're going to continue to see that 3 to 6% increase in home values. We will continue to see it. I'm telling you, if you're on the fence about buying, don't jump off the fence. Let's go buy a house. Now's not the time to do it, because when rates do come down, which rates are very cyclical, when rates do come down, we'll become a refinance market and we can adjust this payment. I actually, before we started the video, I said, well, what if it did go back down to 5.5 and you already did buy this house for $650? Well, this same scenario, but at 5.5%, your payment would be $2,952.50. Well, you know, we can't tell you when it's going to go down to 5.5, but we can tell you when it gets there, you will have more equity. You will be able to refinance, and then your payment goes down over $600. So, get off the fence. Buy the house. Marry the house. Date your interest rate. I don't want to come back 6 months from now and say, hey, prices have gone up 10%, interest rates have gone up to 8.5%, and you find yourself still stuck in renting. So I hope you're enjoying these videos. Don't forget to subscribe, drop us a comment. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.